Hey guys, it's Charlene. Today I'm going to show you how to make this adorable treat box using some of the products from the brand new release. So you can see it's got this fun Halloween vibe. Let's get to it. We're going to start out here with the vintage gift card box. Now this cuts out all the pieces you need in order to make the lovely box. You can see I've cut all the pieces out in white cardstock. You have the two large pieces as well as one long skinny side piece there. Making sure to get all of those score lines good and burnished with my bone folder. I'm going to get all of my sweet little details ready. This is the Lovely Layers Fall Treats die set. And you can see I'm cutting out a few different items and the layers for those items. So I'm cutting out this cute little gummy bear, as well as kind of what I think of as the little wrapped up bubble gum balls, and then some little swirly hard candies, as well as some other candies that are little wrapped candies. And I'm going to do each one in 3 colors. So I'm going to do green, orange, and purple. You can see I've got everything cut out there. And now I'm going to show you 3 different ways you can add details to your die cuts that have embossed details. So here we've got the gummy bears, and I really wanted these to look like gummy bears. So I'm coming in here with my glossy accents. That's what I have in that little bottle there. And I'm just using my mixed media spatula to very carefully apply a thin layer of the glossy accents onto those gummy bears. You're going to see once they're dry just how awesome they look. Now for these little hard swirl candies, they kind of remind me of the little peppermint candies that you can get. I'm coming in with my Quickie glue pen. If you don't have a Quickie glue pen, you can use any kind of glue for this. And I am running the pen along the parts that are embossed, that have the embossed detail in the candies. And then I'm bringing in some rock candy distress glitter, pouring that over the top and just using my tweezers to pick those up and shake off the excess glitter. And this is a great glitter to use for this kind of detail. For the next way you can add details to your embossed die cuts, I'm coming in with a white gel pen. So here I have the die cuts that remind me of the wrapped gumballs, and I'm bringing my white gel pen and I'm just running it along all of those embossed areas, and it's gonna give me all of that awesome detail. It's gonna really pop off of the colored cardstock. I'm going to repeat the same process with my white gel pen for the smaller wrapped candies, and you can see that these ones, as well as those gumballs and the next ones I'm going to do, are 2 layers. So when I'm all done, I'm just using some of the Be Creative liquid glue to adhere those together, and they come out looking so cool. All right, I'm gonna layer up my gummy bears with an extra layer of cardstock just to give them some dimension. And I'm gonna do the same thing for the little swirl die cut candies, but look at all of the shine on these gummy bears, you guys. They look so cool. All right, all the detail pieces are ready to go. So now I can go back to putting together my vintage gift card box. I have those main 3 pieces, and I'm gonna add some double-sided tape. I'm gonna put 2 pieces along the edges of the long skinny piece, and that's because I am going to adhere this to the large piece there that's sitting on the right now. And that way, both ends of that large piece have the little flaps coming off of it. Hopefully that will make more sense as you watch me do it. So when I'm putting together any kind of gift card box or anything like that, I always make sure to use my bone folder and really burnish down the double-sided tape, so that way I can make sure that it adheres really well and that my box is not coming apart at all. For the next piece of tape here, you can see I flipped over that piece on the left-hand side, and I'm gonna add my tape right along the score line on that flap right there. This piece is going to attach to the other piece, and it's going to kind of wrap around. I'll show you that here in a minute as I put everything together. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side flap of this piece, running my tape right along underneath the score line. Now you do want to get as close as possible to the score line because that's going to help your box not have any gaps. Once it's put together, everything will look seamless, like it came from one piece of paper. All right, I did the burnishing off camera, and now I'm going to put together all the pieces. I'm starting out with that long skinny piece, removing the release tape, and now I'm going to stick it right there along that edge flap on this piece. So that way you can see I've got the top and bottom little flaps that are coming around. You see those there on the right side and the left-hand side of the piece. Those aren't going to be showing once the box is all closed up, but that is what's going to help give the box structure when it's all closed. So I'm going to take off that other piece there. I'm going to line the two pieces up right along that score line there, and I'm going to make sure that they are nice and straight and even before I push down. And you can bring your bone folder in as well when you put the pieces together and just make sure that they are really well adhered. I'm not going to take off the last piece yet, but hopefully now you can see how it all comes together. I want to still be able and lay this flat because I'm going to come in here with the new vintage gift card box add-on, which is Fall Treats, and I'm going to stamp some of the fun things off of this set here onto my vintage gift card box. So you can see I have that side panel stamp right here. It is so cute. It gives the box so much detail. I will tell you that the coordinating dies make it so that you could just stamp out all of these details and then cut them out and then separately glue that piece onto your box. I decided that I was just going to go ahead and stamp directly onto my pieces for this project. So the box has two long sides, so I'm stamping out this detail stamp on each of the long sides, and then I'm going to bring in the smaller rectangle which matches this stamp, and I'm going to stamp that on the end flaps, which would be the shorter sides of the gift card box. But before I do that, I'm going to come in with the large rectangle stamp that has a bunch of different little candies on it. You can see that here. And I'm stamping it on what's going to be the top of the box. This vintage gift card box add-on set, it has add-ons for a sweet themed kind of box, and it also has add-ons for a coffee themed kind of box. So it's multi-purpose, and that's part of what I really love about this vintage gift card box is because you can use it to put in a gift card, but you could also use it as a little treat box, which is what I'm making today. And I'm doing it with that kind of Halloween theme. So I thought it might be fun to give to my kiddo's teacher at Halloween with a little gift card as well as some Halloween candy in there. So the dies that coordinate with this add-on, you can see them here. There's lots of different options. You can cut out that center little piece candy if you wanted to. I'm just going to use these two pieces here, which are going to create kind of a vintage looking sign, I feel like, and I'm just going to glue it right on top of the box. I used the smaller die cut to cut out white cardstock, and then I used the slightly larger one to cut out in black to give it a nice black border around there. Now I can put together my box. I will tell you later I'm going to show you something where I wish I would have waited to put together my box, but let me show you putting it together. I'm going to glue those cute gummy bears on the top there, 3 in a row, and then on each side of the box I'm going to glue a different kind of candy. On one of the smaller sides, I put the swirly candies. On this smaller side, I put the bubblegum candies. And then on the two longer sides, I put the wrapped candies where I had that white gel pen detail. So now I have all these fun little candies all the way around on the box. So here's where I was talking about where I wish I would have waited. I decided once I had added everything in that I really wanted there to be some more color on the top of the box. So I'm coming in here with my Copic markers and I'm doing the best job I can to just not color onto anything that I'm not supposed to color on. I think I did a pretty good job with it. I'm alternating with V17, YG03, and YR15. So I've got the purple, green, and orange, which mimics the colors that I used for all of those little die cuts. For my sentiment, I'm using the Mini Messages Sweet Stamps. These are great. They work with the Mini Messages dies, and the Mini Messages dies work for all of the Mini Messages sets, which is so nice. I stamped out a little treat and die cut it out off camera and just glued that directly to the top of my sweet little treat box. So check this out one more time. I think this is just fun and vintage looking, but it has a Halloween vibe. I hope you guys picked up some tips and tricks today. Please be sure to like and subscribe, as well as hit that notification bell so that I can continue bringing you more crafty content in the future. Until next time, happy crafting.